the ship that had intercepted us. When we crossed the walls and alerted about the danger and about this supposed war that was being fought, although we were supposed to have arrived to safe lands, nothing seemed safe at the time. We arrived at port of what looked like a large modern city. We were on deck waiting to be received. In less than 2 minutes, several agents dressed in similar uniform, those on the ship were wearing, approached us, and in a very respectful way, they welcomed us. "Welcome to the ancestral lands," one of them pronounced while shaking hands with Butler. "We're happy to visit our lands. It was something unthinkable. We were informed that you would come, but anyway, we could not believe it until we saw it with our eyes. You visit is a rare, not say impossible, but is our joy to receive you," he pronounced. Butler thanked on behalf of the whole boat and introduced me as the owner of the boat. I was going through all the emotions together that can be imagined and immediately wanted my questions to be answered. Although the fear of being in the unknown lands in many occasions overcame the strong emotion of having discovered something immense, I was carried away by the latter. I think that the whole team started with the idea that this trip had every chance of going wrong, but here we are in the land behind Antarctica and being welcomed by citizens of this modern city. It was time to ask everything. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. You want the truth? There's people outside these walls with something for you. And they're guarding a wall. They literally said that on that movie. Y'all think I'm playing? Look it up. I can't play it for copyrights, but they literally said that. You know how everyone be saying, I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. But did you actually, if you finish what he says, it lines right up with what we got going on here. Somebody drop in the comments what he said. He said, you want the truth? There's people guarding these walls with something for you. It was time to ask everything. It is our honor to visit these lands that until today were unknown to us. I proclaim, before I mention anything else, this agent interrupted me saying that he had to take me to the office of the President of the Republic himself. Since our visit was almost unprecedented, that furthermore the president was aware of it, and he had notified that we take him immediately with him. He asked me to accompany him and look at Butler, who nodded his head. I went after him among some of the people who observed the situation. We were strangers who came from inhospitable lands. I think this generated such confusion in people as in ourselves. A vehicle that had never seen in all my life was waiting for us. There was not even a corner, at least in this part of the city, that's where not reached by illumination by the great lanterns adorned and generated the sensation of being in a tale of best writers. The silence of the city was now more understandable, knowing that there was no carriages, horses, or any type of vehicle that I knew from my experience in the big cities like New York. The difference was abysmal in everything. Their clothes were also colorful. The agents that accompanied me had in his hands a luminous device that transmitted different images and voices. So, did he have a phone? Did he have a phone? You know, this he's talking about horse and carriages. So I'm thinking this took place in like the 1950s or 40s or something, or probably 1920s maybe. He's talking about they in horse and buggy. They out here pulling out Android, Sidekicks, Blackberries, iPhone. This book, we are reading the first one, The Navigator Who Crossed the Ice Wall. The gentleman shook me tightly by the hand. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Wait, nope, that's not where I'm at. The agent asked me, wait, when covering seats. Oh, here we go. A huge building stood. Okay, their clothes were also colorful. The agents that accompanied me had in his hands a luminous device that transmitted different images and voices. The language that was spoken was different, and I did not understand a single word. Joe out of control. He said, I want beyond the ice wall, family. A huge stone being stood out among the rest with a large and clear letters. It is said presidential office rebirth. And the flags of his country were highlighted by perfect illumination. The blue circle in the center seemed to stand out. When we arrived, I followed the agent until we entered this immense building. There were connections for the passage between each room. There were seats of different types. The lighting was dim. When passing to one of those rooms, I touched one of the walls, which was cold and marble. Some fear about everything I was living. I understood the protocol that our visit was not common, but I was already dizzy between so many stairs we climbed. This angel asked me to wait for him. This agent asked me to wait for him in one of the comforting seats. The truth is, I could have waited there for hours. The comfort of those were indescribable. A tall man with a mustache came out to greet me. So you're William Morris from the United States of America, he asked. That's right, I answered. This gentleman shook me tightly by the hand, commenting that he was sorry to receive me in the worst situations experienced in the Republic. In fact, he commented as follows. My name is Fail. I am sorry that you have arrived in these times. Fail. I could be saying that wrong. I'm sorry that you have arrived in these times we are going through. It would have been totally different, your visit and our reception in normal situations. You will know how to understand now when I put it in the context. I had so much confusion and questions that I could not say a single word. You see, Mr. Morris, the situation is extreme. There are moments of tension. This war was usually seen from afar, and now we are part of it. I should explain many points for you to understand, but I would have to be limited because I have so many men sailing at this time and they need valuable information. I nodded my head as if pretending to understand everything, only to give way to the story, hence some answers that could be placed in me in this situation. Maybe you don't fully understand it yet, but we are part of what we will call the old humanity. we're not part of the last reboot process. Do you understand me? Hold on. Let's read this again. Maybe you don't fully understand it yet, but we are part of what we would call the old humanity. I mean, we are not part of the last reboot process. Do you understand me? So, if this dude, William Morris, is talking about he's shocked that these people are walking around with phones, and these people are saying, yeah, we're part of the old humanity, we're not part of the last reboot process. This just shows that they had some type of futuristic technology, or advanced technology, I should say. I gotta stop saying futuristic because they had it going on back in the past, y'all. Read some comments here. Jesse from Ohio, what's good? Back to it. I mean, we're not part of the last reboot process. Do you understand me? I would have every desire to be able to say that I understand, but the truth is, I am lost in all this. What do you refer to as ancient humanity, and how many humanities ever existed? My first question would have been like, what reboot process are you talking about? There are many humanities in different times, as well as there were many resets or reboots. This happens every certain time, already stipulated, or it is done before that date for external reasons. I mean, in a way, intentionally created before reaching that time. As far as we know, here in reality, it's always happens this way, since the natural way is also carried out by manipulating the environment where you come from. So what are they doing? They throwing some dry ice in the hurricanes or what? Damn, they got this in bold. This says, what is the human reset? How interesting. The reboot process. The reboot is a process. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. We about to go through there on this. The reboot is a process they carry out in their lands to annihilate every human being, leaving only their newborns to repopulate those lands and carry out the same process over and over. The reasons for the reboot, according to our information, is carried out when something gets out of control of who's rule on who's on the other side of the ice wall. The factors can be several, and they do not doubt it. Believe me, the knowledge of other lands can lead to a reset. It could be by pests, floods, fires, plagues, war, or asteroids, or it could be all those together. It doesn't matter how. For entertainment purposes only, this is just the book we're reading. things are considered out of the conflict. Nothing and no one is out of the conflict in these days. Now, if you allow me, I am sorry that the conversation has to be so short, but I must leave urgent. He shook my hand again and rushed back into the room. The agent next to me looked me in my eyes as if he understood my pain for the lands I was leaving behind. I was before and after. I could not believe that all this was happening. We returned to my boat where I had many things to tell the group. Butler was not there. I gathered everyone and told them the situation, how little I understood of everything I had experienced from President Fayle's office. The group was more stunned than me. They began to question me as if I should have asked this or that, but with the confusion mind and the darkness of the story told become difficult to even breathe. We were all in the crisis of not having anything clear. I began to ask where Butler had gone. They told me that he had left on a boat as soon as I left with the agent. We do not know what's going on. Again, we lost Butler, but we do not know about the unknown lands. We were silent. All this was going on around in my head. The old humanity. All of us getting intentionally. Who would carry out all these plans and with the intention? With all this came to my mind, a deafening sound suddenly invaded from the skies. Something's they're talking about the reset, and then something's going on in the sky now. An explosion made us lie up on the ground. The earth shook and the water shook our ship as if it was made of paper. Everything exploded around us. Our eyes were wide open. We didn't understand what was happening. We ran to the deck and saw the worst war landscape that anyone could observe. Not even in our times of war where we lived something similar. Everything was destroyed but screamed in the streets. An alarm was activated. Who knows where, but it was heard throughout the city. A voice tried to calm the people, but it was too late. They had reached the ancestral lands. Chapter 6 or 7, I forgot what we on. The Anakim Giants of the South. Will our heroes meet the giants, the Anakim Giants of the South? Will William Morris return home safely to his wife? Will Butler be all right with the unknown agent? Tune in next time on Dragon Ball Z. No, I'm just kidding. On Dark Waters 9. Yeah. Hey, what y'all, how'd I do? Y'all like that? We gonna do it again? I'm not the best reader, y'all. I tried. I really did. Take me to the space bridge. To be continued. We're on chapter 7. I got a bookmarker here somewhere. Yeah, I like this, man. Once we start getting juicy to the new stuff, it's really going to take off. Might be able to do it tomorrow, y'all. So, same time, same place. Huge shout out while I'm here. Let's read chat. What do you guys think? Yeah, it was great. Let me turn down the music, sorry. Yeah, it was great. Good, you did great. Awesome, you did great. I'm not the best reader, especially when you get to reading old books. Yeah, I'm terrible. Make this a series. My head is on a swivel. Catch you next time. Yeah, guys, we're gonna be doing this again tomorrow, possibly. We're finishing up on chapter 7. Hyper mode, activate. Huge shout out to Jenniverse, Brad, Evans, Rumax, Def, all the new subscribers, everyone that watched this video, the likes. If you guys are interested in this topic, I have bangers where we talk about the ice walls. Definitely go check them out. But guys, I just want to thank you all so much for jumping on these waters with your boy. And I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Let me hit a backflip before I go. Let's hit a backflip. Let me land real quick. Hold on, watch how I do this. Hold on. I'm trying to land, y'all. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. All right. Hee hee. Hold on, y'all. Let me hit this jump for you before I go.
I listen.
All right, y'all. It's your boy Jesky Chuck signing out. I'm gonna catch y'all.
I want to show you this. Look at this right here. It says Ramaswamy wrote on X that $1 billion is wasted every month on ineligible SNAP benefits due to